Hoka hey, Alita Army. Welcome to the Alita Livestream of August the 9th, 2024. Let's compare anime, manga, and movie Alita, where we discuss all things to do with the movie Alita Battle Angel, the source manga Gundam, and the greatly desired sequels. I am your host, Creek Indian from Denver, Colorado, and with me is Lee, and he's from Fountain, Colorado.
Hello.
How's it going? Well, it looks like we're just barely getting started here. So, how are things doing down there, Lee? What about what's going on down there in Fountain?
Oh, it's a lot wetter than it was a few days ago. A lot of rain.
Yeah, which is unusual for Colorado. Actually, Colorado is typically a dry state, and I guess here it's only been a couple of years that we've been out of the drought, isn't it? I guess, or are we still in it? I don't know.
I haven't really heard anything about it. Last I heard, we were in drought conditions, but it doesn't seem like it's too bad, really.
Yeah, you betcha. And also joining us from Arvada, Colorado, is Do Not Stand By. Hello, Do Not Stand By.
Hey, Creek. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you again. Do Not Stand By. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. It's been a busy summer. How about you?
Yeah, same old stuff, I guess. Just doing my thing for Alita and also working still. A lot of people think I'm retired, but I'm not. So, I'm still working, but anyway, we got an entirely Colorado contingent today. Look at that. So, and one of the things we need to talk about too, Do Not Stand By and Lee, that we didn't do, I guess, last week was I want to do like I guess an IMAX viewing of Alita Battle Angel. It's because Do Not Stand By has been really gracious in giving us outdoor viewings of Alita in 3D, and every time I see it knocks my head off. But I feel like we got to reciprocate here, especially if you got the IMAX version of the movie. Well, hello, Smendrick.
Hello all together. Sorry, we are a little bit late.
That's
is
right.
coming. Vladdy is coming. Here it is.
Man, we got Angelus. I think Angelus is coming too. He's
oh nice.
But he's brewing a cup of coffee. But he's okay. We're good with that. So yeah,
is he coming?
Yeah, I believe he is. He said he was brewing.
Well, he said just brewing a pot, then an Aussie will ruin your Colorado streak.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And Angelus certainly says Guten Morgen. So that's good morning in German.
It's not really good morning. It's 3 minutes after midnight. So yeah.
It's not a good morning, right?
That's good evening. Not really. Maybe a good evening. It was an exciting evening with Vladdy playing
technically it is morning.
This really good game.
Nice.
It's the following day. Yeah, we played that Cyberpunk game more. Nobody Wants to Die. I mean, we're in the middle of solving a case. It's a bit confusing there.
Yeah, oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Are y'all doing that on the gaming network, on the Alita Gaming Network?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay. Well, how are things there in Deutschland there, Smendrick?
Very hot. It's the weather
Still hot.
isn't very yeah. It becomes hotter each day because they told us it came from the, I don't know the exact American or English term, from the Sahara. Not the wind, but yeah, it's a kind of a climate zone that comes now more and more to the north of Europe.
Oh, wow.
And they are afraid next week we got a new peak with around 33 degrees Celsius in the region here.
Wow.
And this is extremely hot for
Yes,
us.
that's
Yeah.
a vortex, a bad man calls it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it could be like a high pressure system that come up from Africa, I guess, maybe. So
Yeah. It
Yeah.
they told us. Yeah. But other guys told us, yeah, it cannot cross the Alps.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it would be good, but 33 and more degrees here, we aren't familiar with this. We aren't used to handle it.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Still
have
pretty
to
cool,
drink a lot. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, go
Still
ahead,
pretty
buddy.
cool here.
Yeah, I was going to ask how are things there in the Shires in Western
Like
UK?
it was
there,
quite.
buddy?
It's actually fairly sunny today. It was quite nice, but it's not that hot, so perfect, really.
Yeah, we got a pretty cool weather here. I guess Lee and Do Not Stand By and I, are getting temperatures down around 60, which is, I guess, probably around 20 degrees Celsius, somewhere in that
This is
area.
okay.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
that's really nice, So, yeah, 20, maybe 20, 23, perhaps, something like that.
What's the
well, like I was
forecast?
saying, it's about 15 here.
Oh, is that right?
Oy,
Yeah.
oy,
Oh, let
oy,
me
okay.
So we
do
got a big break from the heat.
quick calculation then.
I'm eating chocolate.
What did you do?
I'm eating chocolate.
Oh,
Did you now?
Oh.
I'll share some with Alita.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 20 would be about where I am now, but yeah, about 15. Yeah, that's right. That's be 59 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's kind of where we are here. Between 15 and 20 is where we are, where I am. But it's raining, which is unusual, for Colorado. So
Oh no, it's dry here, very dry in this region of Germany.
yeah, well, it's usually dry here in Colorado, but we've been getting pretty good rain here the last day or two, and I think we're going to be getting some more here over the next 3 or 4 days. So
Yeah, I think especially where I am, I think it's like a high desert or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only know sunshine and showers. This is the only weather we've had for the past 2 years.
Oh,
we got thunder again.
Yeah, we had some of that yesterday. Oh, and by the way, I think I figured out why I was my network was dropping me off. It was, I believe, it was my VPN. So I took that sucker out before the stream, and hopefully, it won't drop out. But I've got another instance set up on my other computer, and so if I do drop out, I can just switch right over to it. So anyway, hopefully that won't happen. So
okay.
Well, that's me. I'm a business continuity guy. So there you have it. So
yeah, okay.
All right. Well, just one thing here. Certainly we want to keep throwing this out there in the internet, that we have Rosa's Queen Studios bus, and we want to give that to her. By the way, on a related topic here, which could involve the bust, Charlie and I are set up to go see Rosa and Cyrano Dvorak on the 4th or 13th. Oh, that's when I fly. And the 14th of September is when we're going to go watch her. And we got front row seats. So what
No, Creek. You cut off.
in the mall here is going to emblazon that Alita logo on there, and we're going to make it tasteful. We're not going to plaster it where it's like 6 inches big on our shirt, but we want it to be somewhat prominent, you know, so hopefully Rosa will see it.
Yeah.
You know, she's
Please
up
don't
there.
start shouting Alita Army in the middle of the performance.
Oh, hell no. No. We're not going to do that. So, no, we want to be respectful of our queen. That's for sure, you know, so, but hopefully she will see us out there, and then maybe after the movie she might give us a shout out. If not, it's okay. You know,
maybe she'll blow you a kiss.
Maybe. Oh man, that'd make our day.
Does one of you have a camera that's not from the 1970s?
Well, I got my phone. That's not from the 1970s.
Okay, good. Charlie's phone is literally from like the 1990s, isn't it?
Well, Charlie does have a good camera, but he says it's on the fritz, and he says he might try to get it.
No, he doesn't.
repaired. Well, that's what he told me. I don't know. You know.
No, he's got that tablet, but even that's terrible.
Well, he does have a tablet, but he did say he has a camera though, but it's not working. So, you know, I don't know about that. So anyway,
I wouldn't trust his camera.
well, my
Just make sure your phone works.
My phone works, and as you know, that one video I did about 4 years ago. Good day, mate.
Alita is the best waifu.
Yes, she is.
I've just been watching your breakdancing entry, Angelus, at the Olympics. Did you know they do breakdancing at the Olympics now?
No kidding.
Huh.
I mean, how
And
is
everyone's laughing at the Australian girl. It's so hilarious. She's obviously she's obviously doing it for like as a funny thing too. So
how is that a sport? You know.
well, they like compete against each other. And it's just it looks a bit silly, really.
Well, I'll tell you, now that you mention it, last year when I was at the USA Games, you know, for the bench press championship, they did have Zumba dancing competitions.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'd probably prefer that. There's breakdancing isn't really that like attractive either. It's kind of a bit. It's a bit like you're just all over the place.
Yeah.
Where when you have like what is it, artistic gymnastics or something, that's like aesthetically beautiful movements and stuff.
Yes.
Breakdancing is just a little bit ugly. Sorry for all the breakdancing. It's kind of like shuffling. I hate that.
Yep. Well, yeah, I haven't watched a lot of the Olympics this time. I did watch Simone Biles. God, she is amazing. That lady, Jesus.
Oh, and the boxer with the XY chromosome just won that.
Yeah,
like everyone expected.
Which one? Because there's two.
Yeah, don't get me started on that. Now we'll just move on from there.
I mean, I do feel a bit bad because obviously she was born, you know, but internally there's a lot of man stuff in there.
Yeah, that's right. Wow,
so
this
maybe
is
it's a bit unfair.
Pretty big stream here. Welcome, Kabaj from the Czech Republic.
Hey, we got Kubi.
Okay, Alita Army.
Hello.
Kubi.
Hey.
They should allow cyborgs.
We got almost as
more.
many people in the stream as we do in the chat. This is okay. That's okay. All right. Well, anyway, moving on here, I guess. Well, as I was saying, you know, Charlie and I are going to go to that play. I've already got my hotel reservation set up in the Marriott, not too far from the Playhouse, Pasadena Playhouse, and we're sitting in seats A6 and A7, so we're going to be right down front, boy, right down there where Rosa can see us. But we will be very respectful. We're not going to go nuts down there. You know,
So who's going to be Zex? You know, A6.
Yeah, maybe so. And I guess I'll be A7, whatever that is. So anyway, that won't be Zex, will it? Anyway. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, to see Rosa.
Yeah, I'm really jealous. Can I go?
Buy a ticket.
Can you buy me a ticket?
It's pretty.
Free time. I just need the money.
It's sort of expensive, you know.
No,
Should I crowdfund it? We could do a GoFundMe. Send Vladdy to Los Angeles, watch Rosa live in theater, and then like attack Disney HQ. Kidding.
Yeah. We don't want to do that.
I meant just like throw eggs or something. Throw eggs at Bob Eager.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Rosa, though. I'm looking forward to that big time. Boy, that's going to be great. Yeah, anytime we get to see our queen perform, that's great, you know. So, but the idea is I haven't bought my airline tickets yet because if I've still got my outstanding letter and all that, and my email and my tweet that I tagged Pasadena Playhouse with.
Do you have your Alita Army shirt
That's what
already?
They're getting new ones.
Yeah, I've already.
Yeah, new ones.
Yeah, I bought 2 polo shirts, and my friend in the mall is gonna put the Alita logo on them for us, you know. So
good.
And we'll sit down front, and we'll be sitting there, and we will behave ourselves. That's for sure.
Yeah, but we must be present. Yeah. We must.
Now they're probably not going to let us shoot live video, of her doing this. That's not going to work there, But
you think so?
No, they won't let us shoot live video in there. But we might take pictures, after the show or before the show and stuff like that. And
how can they detect if you make simply a photo or a video?
Flash.
A short clip?
Well, the flash probably, but also the same way they do in the theater, I mean, and we don't want to do that. I don't want to take any chances on, being.
You can't film the whole thing for us.
No, I cannot.
Damn it, Craig.
No, I will not. No, I want to be very respectful on this one. I'm gonna.
Do they do a professional recording of these things?
I don't know about that. Now we could probably ask somebody when we get there, if there is a
find out when you get there.
Yeah, to see, but we've already bought the tickets. I've already got my hotel reservation, and if I hear back here in the next day or two, which I doubt I will by this time, but if I do, and they say yes, we are interested in the presentation after the show, then I will drive down to Los Angeles. Otherwise, I will fly down there. So but I haven't done that, so we'll do probably early next week is when I'll decide which way I'm going to go, so
and take us with you in your mind,
in our hearts. Yeah, that's right.
And in your heart.
Yeah, that's right.
And in a live stream of the whole play.
Well, we can't do that, bloody.
We're a hidden camera.
No, we're not doing that.
Great.
We're not going to do that.
Damn it, such a coward.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do anything disrespectful for Rosa. I mean, now if I can get a shot with her, maybe she'll give us a selfie or something like that after.
That'd
be great, if we did that. But we're not going to push ourselves on her. We're not going to do anything like that.
No.
I just want to be respectful. I'm not going to do that stuff. I'm just not going to. So,
but together with a
Positivity,
guy
bloody.
from us, with the Alita Army shirt, this would be.
That's right.
No, we know she knows we are still here.
Yep, she knows it. That's for sure.
Can you get Alita Army shorts and stuff? You should go like as an Alita Army black block.
No. No, we don't want to do that.
The Alita Army riots of Charlie and Krieg.
No, we don't want to do that. We're going to be very well behaved. We're going to be very respectful, and we want to enjoy the play, So,
yeah. Did you read what the play's about?
Not really. I mean, I saw it years and years and
You've
years
seen it
ago on television. I saw it, but I don't
it's
really
about
remember.
A dude who's really self-conscious about his nose, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. He's got a long nose, and he's from what I remember. Now I was a kid when I saw this, but from what I remember, he's got a really long nose, and he knows a lot about the ladies, the ladies, and he helps others, with their. From what I remember, now I could be wrong about this, but he helps other guys with their with their ladies and stuff like that. It gives them advice and stuff, but I don't remember much about it, so I don't. You know, I bet it's been, oh my God, it's probably been over 60 years since I saw that movie. So, or play. It was on TV, and it's, you know, like say I was a little kid. So, you know, I thought it was interesting even as a little kid because the guy had the long nose, you know. So, but, you know, anyway, we're going to have fun at that thing. That's for damn sure. We still got the Alita sequel petition going, and I think we only added one signature, maybe two, since last week. But what I plan on doing here in the next week or so, I'm going to promote this on Google Ads. I put together a video, and I've already loaded the video up, and I got some views on it, but I haven't promoted it yet. So I'm promoting another one right now. So I think that may help us get a few extra signatures, you know. So, but we'll see, you know. But so if you haven't signed a petition, there's the link. It's also in the description, you know, below your screen there. And all you have to do is enter your name and your email address, and you don't have to put any money into it. Yeah, you just fill in the blanks, and you've signed a petition, and you're going to be helping us remind Disney that we want these sequels is what we want. So, you know, Disney probably already knows we do, but we're still going to keep telling them we want sequels, you know. And we got the Alita Gaming Network, and I think we've added a couple. We got 28 now, I think 29 maybe. I can't remember. And there's the link. Now, I think that link, I think one of the problems is it's only good for 6 days or 7 days.
Yeah, less
annoying.
than 7 days.
Well, I did it today. I did it today, so it'll be 7 days.
Where did you put that link today? On this stream?
It's down in the description below the image.
Crap. I was looking at last week's description.
No, that's
that
was really stupid.
That's not last week's.
No, I was looking at last week's.
I see. Okay, yeah.
Just
but anyway,
retarded.
But I'm not sure how this works. But I think what happens is when somebody accepts that link, it's no longer valid. I think. So I don't.
That's the point.
Oh, it only works for one person.
I think so, but I am not sure about that. So, you know,
that makes sense.
Well, I think when we get a few more people on the network and we've been around a few months, then we'll get one of those permanent links. So, but anyway, we still having fun on this thing. I try to post something on it every day, at least every other day. I've been kind of busy this week, so I haven't been able to do it as much. I mean, I've been on there about 3 or 4 times, but I like to get on it and, you know, kind of post 2 or 3 things and stuff like that, you know, to keep people engaged, you know.
Yeah.
But one of the things we are going to do is, and I'm, you know, Mattu and I have to chat about this, which is the best way to do it. But we want to put a watch party channel on there. You know,
yeah.
So we can watch not just Alita. I mean, certainly we will probably watch Alita on it, you know, but for sure, of course we are. But there'll be other movies, you know, that we can watch on there.
Yeah, I love watch parties.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we get several people on there, and we'll announce it, you know, on the Alita live stream and on Radio Chaos, and people can sign into it, and you just sit there and watch it, you know, because I don't believe they're as persnickety as YouTube is about, you know, kind of watching.
It's more private, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because it's private. That's exactly right. So, but anyway, we got several channels already up there. Anybody can upload content to this now. And Mattu and I are watching this, so we're not going to let anybody upload any porn or any politics or anything like that on, or even religion. We're not going to allow that either. You know, so you know, we just want this to be a fun thing for the Alita Army, you know, just so they can get on and hang out, you know, do cool stuff on there, play games.
Yeah,
you know, watch.
Like you might find me streaming a game on it like an hour or 2 before our streams.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we
Yep.
certainly welcome to do that. That's for sure, you know. So So anyway, yeah, we're kind of having fun with this thing. So it's, I think it's working. Now we're still in our infant stage. This thing's only been around a couple of months. So, you know, we don't have that many people on it yet, which kind of makes it intimate, doesn't it? You know, for folks to get on there. And all it takes is a Discord user ID, and they're free. You don't have to pay Discord any money. You just, you know, sign into Discord, start an account, you know, or create an account, and you're in. And then, you know, look for the Alita Gaming Network. You can do a search. Or if you, you know, want to join, then of course you can go back and look at one of these live streams, and of course you'll see, you know, you'll see these links, you know, for joining the network and stuff like that. So anyway, you know, it might be a good idea. I just had a thought about this, to have more than one gaming, you know, kind of a link instead of just the one like I have there. You know, maybe have more than one. You know, maybe have 3 or 4. You know, so folks can, if they don't get that one, then they go to the next one or something like that. Because I think one time Error, or Channel rather, she's known as Error on Discord, told me that she clicked on it. This one she was trying to join, you know, and somebody had already used it or something like that. And when she would click on the link, it would just take her to her normal Discord. So she didn't, you know, somebody had already used it. So I actually sent her an invite. So what that means is, if this happens and you want to join and maybe the link doesn't work for you, you can shoot me a DM on Discord, or you can, or on X, or on Instagram, or something like that, and I will send you a link. Okay, I will invite you to join the gaming channel. So, okay, guys, any questions? And looks like we got another person coming on. Chaos Nova, how's it going, Chaos,
Hey,
from Mentor, Ohio?
It's been rainy, which is good.
Yeah. Well, we're at our limit now for people coming on. You know, I guess if it happens, I'll go over to Mother System, and somebody else wants to come on, then I'll drop off my second instance here. So, but anyway, how are things there in Mentor, and what's happening on your channel there, Chaos?
I put out a bunch of short videos. I'm going to try doing a longer one. Back on topic, but I've been mostly doing software. I've mostly been doing software tutorials.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get back to doing a video related to Gundam in a little bit.
Oh, that's good. Well, put that link in the gaming network. Put it in one of the channels so we can see it. So,
Most certainly.
all righty. All right. So I guess that said, anybody got any other thoughts about what we just covered here on not just the gaming network, but on Charlie Smith and I going to see Rosa at the Pasadena Playhouse, or anything?
Yeah, you mentioned about having an IMAX screening at your home. You got
Yes.
any dates that would work for you?
For me, Sundays work best, you know, because in the afternoon after I get through lifting weights, Fridays and Saturdays do not work because I have to stream, you know. So, but Sundays work very well. But, you know, we could do a Monday as an example, you know, because my Mondays are pretty wide open. But just about every other day except Sunday and Monday, I'm tied up, you know. So, but I haven't come up with an actual date. You know, we can actually, you know, we can talk about that right now if you want. Do not stand by, because I do want to do this. That's for sure, you know. What date works? What date would work good for you? Do not stand by.
Well, how about not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday? So that would be what, would that be the 18th?
August 18th. Yeah, that's a possibility. What about you, Lee?
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Didn't get a lot of sleep, so I dozed off there for a second. I'm
uh-oh.
sorry.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
Know the feeling. In fact, I'm going to go get some caffeine.
Yeah, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, what day would be good for an IMAX viewing of Alita for you?
Saturday and Sunday would be excellent.
Okay,
Either one of
so
those days.
well, Do Not Stand By suggested August 18th, which would be a Sunday.
Okay, that'd be perfect.
Okay, so we got 2 votes for that. And we'll have to ask Brian, but because he travels a lot. I meant Alita Rave. I meant.
Are you guys
So-
renting out an IMAX theater?
No, not IMAX theater. I just on my big screen TV.
Oh, I
Maybe-
thought you said IMAX.
It is. It is. It's the IMAX version of Alita. It's not the letterbox version.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then maybe
Open
have a drink at the Kansas bar as well.
Man, I'm jealous.
And maybe take a picture or two or a little video or something. Like
Yeah, to make it more cool. Oh, man.
Of course, the Creek will probably drink, flavored water. Oh, I don't know. I might have a beer. I guess I don't know. Oh, we got a couple of things in the chat here. Let me chaos. Let me put those in the public chat. So if you want to check out what Chaos has got going, there's one of his videos right there. And let me come back over here, and then we will do. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, so I guess August the 18th, and I'm gonna tentatively schedule it for that day. I want to talk to Alita Rave because he wanted to do it as well, So, but that sounds like a good date to me. Do Not Stand By and Lee, so we can at least tentatively plan on that one, and that's 2 weeks away, so we got plenty of time to get ready for it.
Can you share this screen to Europe? To us in Europe?
Well, we're not gonna be streaming it.
Damn it. That wasn't the question.
We can't stream the movie. And now what we might do is I don't know. Let me think about streaming the Kansas bar thing. We might do that.
Yeah, this would be cool.
Yeah,
well, we'll see.
We can have like a bar party, like across the Atlantic.
A bar
this
party.
would be,
Like instead of a watch party. Well, I don't even know what you call it. Let's all just get drunk on stream.
Yeah. Well, the Creek's not going to get drunk, that's for sure. I haven't done that in many years. So
no need for that, but a regular stable over the ocean, that
You bet.
would be really good.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so tentatively we got August the 18th, and that's pending chatting with Alita Rave. So we'll see how he comes out with it. He'll probably be okay with it if he's in town. So we'll see. Okay, anything else, guys, before we move on to the main topic?
No, I guess we got Disney 23 starting, but
Yeah,
probably a
that's
bunch
right.
of bullshit there.
Oh, it'd be nice if they would announce the sequels, wouldn't it?
Well, if Cameron's there, maybe he'll get asked about it, but probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, in terms of that whole process right there, I think Cameron's not going to let anybody produce, or he's going to produce it, obviously, but he's not going to let anybody oversee or distribute or do anything that would not be true to Alita as a character. You know what I'm saying? In other words, I think one of the things we did talk about, I think it was last week or week before last, that, one of the things that we worry about is that Disney would try to turn Alita into a Disney princess, and we don't want that, for sure,
Or
But
more
but
likely an annoying girl boss.
Well, the thing of it is I don't think Cameron would let that happen. I mean, he's going to say no. If I'm going to do an Alita sequel and you want me to make a Alita, a Disney princess, we're not doing it, because we want to stay true to the story. We don't want to, we don't want to, it degrade her character any. I mean, Alita is a battle angel. She's not a princess. So,
I mean, what do you mean by princess? They obviously wouldn't literally.
well,
turn her
a
into
Disney princess like
What's your
Snow
actual
White and
Right. Okay.
yes,
Yeah,
Snow
I
White
mean,
or-
Wonder Woman. Yeah, Wonder Woman technically is, but she's a fighter
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if it was like Wonder Woman, I guess I could live with it, But I want them to be, true to Alita's character. I don't want them to, kind of muck around with it, Or
They probably their executives are like a spiteful bunch of bastards, so they probably want to ruin her just for that reason.
yeah. Well,
Those bloody fans did messing with Captain Marvel. We're going to destroy this beautiful character and make her an ugly,
Well, I
mean
think
bitch.
the thing is, it's an urge you can kind of have as a storyteller. There's a way you want the character to be, and there's the way the character actually acted in the story.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want her to be like the Little Mermaid or any of that
It's
stuff,
extremely unlikely that would ever happen.
Well, I hope you're right, Bloody.
Literally, it's impossible.
Well, I never say anything's impossible, but well, be that as it may, I don't want them to do that. So we'll leave it at that. So, all right. Well, I guess we can move on then. So anyway, one of the main topic, of course, is we just want to discuss, the similarities and differences and the characteristics of anime, manga, and movie Alita. They're all the same character, but there are some differences in them, and some of that's due to the fact that the anime Alita, there's only the one, or was it 2 episodes of one was Rusty Angel. Was there another episode? I don't remember. The only one I've seen is Rusty Angel. And of course,
anime.
yeah.
Well,
and then,
it was 2 episodes, but they
2
made it
episodes,
into a single
They're
video.
different names.
It's 1 hour.
yeah, 1 hour. So it was two half-hour episodes, wasn't it? And then they just merged them. Is that right, Chaos?
Yeah, yes, that's correct.
So anyway, so you got a 1 hour video of anime Alita, and we've got a movie, for Alita Battle Angel. And, that's the only 2, I guess, sources of those 2 characters we have. Now, Manga Alita, they have a whole bunch of stuff on Manga Alita, obviously, And, it's, in one way, it's really not fair to compare them, because Manga Alita has got a lot more content behind it than either anime or movie Alita. But we do want to try to see, what they're similar. Now, we've done streams similar to this in the past, but not so much, kind of looking at all 3 and then, kind of, comparing them and differentiating and stuff like that. All 3 of them, we've not done that. We've either done manga. I know we did a manga versus movie Alita here not too long ago, and I think we'd certainly do the manga readings. We do that as well, But right there we have the 3 prominent versions. Now there are other versions. There's the version in Martian Memory,
Right,
and
the video game.
Yeah, that's right. And I didn't put that here, but we could also throw this into the mix as well. That would be similar to what movie Alita, would it be, Chaos, or what?
To an extent. I mean, the story goes in somewhat of a different direction in the game, obviously, because you're playing as her well, you also have 3 other characters that you play as briefly, but it's mainly her.
Yeah.
Some of the dialogue is a little different.
Yeah. Well, plus she, in Martian Memory, doesn't she also, she gets the Imaginos body in Martian Memory too.
Right. There aren't as many Imaginos bodies. There's just Imaginos, then you upgrade a little bit so she can store items inside parts of the body, like RoboCop.
Damn. Okay. Well, we can throw that into the mix as well, So, basically, what we have, with anime Alita. Now, this thing came out in 1993, was it? Somewhere in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
it doesn't have Motorball in it. Now it does have, she's a hunter warrior, I think. And her and I, what, here's another thing. A lot of the movie was also, I guess, used anime Alita as a source, although they did add some stuff from the manga in it as well. But I think the primary, what they lifted out a lot of the, the story in anime Alita and kind of adapted that, to movie Alita. Now they also use some of the manga, like for instance, that scene, where she gets a berserker body and she's running across the top of the buildings and jumping from building to building and then jumps down on the street where Hugo is, the cafe. And that was, I think, right out of that Sonic Fingers short story, so that was out of the manga, But I think a lot of the movie Alita was, taken from the anime. And then, of course, we definitely have manga, but there's, like, for instance, only one thing here, and that's just the 1 hour story, so we don't have a lot of source material to go on strictly from the anime. Now, the manga is a lot different. It's Alita has like 10 different cyborg bodies, plus she also has a human body, so she's got 11 bodies, and she goes through all kinds of storylines. She meets all kinds of different people. She, has a couple of love interests going, that in the movie, of course, and in the anime, she had a love interest going with Hugo, or in that anime, I think it was Yugo, I guess. And, and that's certainly, we're well familiar with that story. But in the manga, she has another love interest that the Creek really likes, of course, and that's Figure 4. Figure 4 is, I think, better suited for her for a couple of reasons. I think, that Figure 4 and Alita are both adults when they meet each other. And I think Figure 4 is like 23 years old. And Alita is like 30 or 32 even, so she's older than he is, at least mentally. And now she's older than him because she's over 300 years old, or in the manga, she's over 200 years old, But, I think just mentally, just her, physical appearance and, her presence itself, she's like in her early 30s, and Figure 4 is in his early 20s, And Figure 4 is also, well, he does become a cyborg because he gets a cyborg arm because, I guess he ripped his arm off, I guess, when he was fighting Zex, when Zex was AR6. So, so he is a cyborg himself, but he's a human mostly, whereas Alita is mostly a cyborg, when she meets Figure 4. And I think we had a, kind of a brief thing about this a couple of weeks ago where they probably lived together for maybe a month to 6 weeks at best, before she continued on her mission for, that she was doing for Teferis, So, but, that's manga Alita's got just a lot more going. There's the Zot, there's the Barjack, through the Badlands arc. And of course, there's the Mars Chronicles, which is not in any kind of, loosely in a sequential order, although that kind of jumps around a little bit. But, just a lot more storylines in the manga itself, So Alita, I think there you get to know her a little bit more, I guess, as a character. Now, the movie, of course, we've had several watch parties and all this. And of course, the Creek, this is how I learned about, I knew who Alita was, but I really didn't, pay a lot of attention. I figured out that I remember seeing, that's okay. I, saw some of the manga in a comic book store one time, and I kind of just browsed through it and thought it was interesting, but it didn't really catch my eye. At that point, I was married, so I didn't, I wasn't kind of too much into manga at that point. But the idea here is that, I actually got into Alita by watching the movie, and then of course after watching the movie, then I bought the manga, and I bought all of the manga. So, and at one point, Angelus and I actually read through the manga, so we, kind of compared notes and stuff like that. But once again, the movie itself is the only source of information about Alita. If you wanted to get information about Alita, you only got one source here. So in a very real way, anime Alita and movie Alita are similar. If you're thinking about what kind of source of information, I mean, it's just from the one show, as opposed to the manga itself. Okay, so one of the things that I guess I want to talk about is the characters from each one of the movie, the anime, and the manga, and then we'll jump into her relationship with Hugo and stuff like that. Maybe even talk about Figure 4 a little bit too as well. But what is you guys, anybody, what's your take on Alita as a character? Maybe some of the differences between the three, anime, manga, and movie, or some of the similarities, or some of the high points that you think. Anybody can, bring this up.
I just feel that the video game treats Alita as, in a way, like an older comic book character, where her life doesn't really resolve in a very concrete way through the game. This obviously has to do with the way the game ends, which I don't want to spoil for those who haven't seen the ending of it.
Yeah.
But it's treated in a very I'll say it's treated in a serialized fiction manner.
Okay.
That, like, how they have the old Superman TV series with George Reeves. It's
Yes.
It's like there's no real solid changes to what happens in the continuity of that TV series. It's just like, okay, there's another day. Superman's going to go out and do some more good.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Kind
how
of a open-ended story, basically.
Yeah, it ends in an open-ended way.
Well, is that in the game? Does it kind of leave the door open for, say, not that they? Well, I guess they do have sequels for games, don't they? That another game could pick up where it left off, or
in a way, no. I mean, it's that thing where you have a villain at the end, but it's the last villain, but you're just kind of teased in a cliffhanger way.
Well, yeah. Without spoiling, would that be like, say, like the ending in the movie? Where
right?
Where Alita, we know, is going to go after.
Yeah, it's similar. It's very similar.
Yeah. And of course, what she does in the game, you're interacting with the game, so it's very different, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So in other words, you can make Alita do different things in the game, whereas in the anime, or even the manga for that matter, or the movie, you got the stories already set.
Right. There are certain side quests you don't necessarily have to do to go forward in the game.
Well, it seems to me though you'd want to do it if you
right. If you want to really get her upgraded with experience, you'd want to do the side quests.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? What about what is it about Alita from anime, manga, or movie that strikes you as maybe somewhat different or alike, or something that really yeah, go ahead.
I mean, they're quite similar. Well, I've only read the first 3 books, of course. And they just did really well capturing the character, I think.
In the movie,
differences are there.
Yeah.
I mean, she's quite sweet in both. The differences are quite minute. They just did such a great job adapting the character.
Yeah.
Well, to me,
yeah. Go ahead.
She doesn't do Hugo's laundry in the movie.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think she actually do it in the manga? Because I thought that was like a daydream she
She
had.
did, and she did a little bit. Well, she at least took Hugo home because he was drunk in the anime.
I remember
No,
that,
and the
Yeah,
manga.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all stuff I could see her doing in the movie anyway, in terms of her personality. So
Well, she didn't do that in the movie.
yeah, but I
I
could
mean,
so see her doing that.
yeah, well,
She'd give him her heart. I'm sure she wouldn't mind doing his laundry.
yeah, I think that's right. Plus, if he was drunk, she would take him home, I think. They'd throw him over her shoulder and scale up the side of the building and throw him in bed. Something like that.
Oh yes, in the clip Twitter account, we're on the heart scene now. It's just stunning. Her face is just gorgeous. Her warm expression is just total like love and devotion.
Okay.
Maybe she doesn't quite have that in the manga. It's less serious in a way in the manga, the relationship. She's all like more desperate in the manga. Is that the right word?
Maybe.
Like, and Hugo just doesn't really care.
I got the
What
impression it
about-
was more puppy love type infatuation in the manga.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a difference.
Yeah, which is, yeah, that's right. Well, I got 4 slides after this. Right now, I just want to talk about Alita's character, you know, how she's similar, different, or whatever, you
Is
know.
that not what we were talking about?
Well, yeah, we got off on Hugo a little bit. That's okay. We can still do that. But
Well, I was talking about her relationship with Hugo in terms of how she was reacting to him
okay. Yeah.
slightly differently.
Yeah, I would say in the anime and in the manga, Hugo really didn't. I mean, she was just like lovesick for Hugo, wasn't she? I mean, she was just
Yeah, it was much more one-sided in those two.
yeah, I think
versions of the
so.
story.
Yeah. Whereas in the movie, you know, it was more of a mutual thing, you know, at
He
least
very much fell for her after a bit.
well, you know, at least after she got her berserker body, you know, I mean, in her doll body, I think it was a little bit one-sided, you know, because he thought, you know, hey,
Well, I
she's
got the impression he was still falling for her because he offered to take her out to that Martian ship,
yeah, that's right.
which was going a bit out of his way. I mean, he wanted to make it up to her for leaving their date early.
Wow, good point. Very good point. Yeah. But I don't think he fell in love with her until she got her berserker body, though. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe he did start falling for her in her doll body, you know.
Yeah, to me, the biggest difference between movie and anime and manga is that they actually explore her being a daughter, in which can only happen in the movie because Ito is older and more of a father figure to her, and it's more like a father-daughter relationship. Whereas Ito in the manga and anime is more closer to her age, and so she doesn't really. It's not as much of a climax for her character in saying "Thank you, Father," which only could happen in the movie.
Yeah, that's a nice scene. Yeah. And also in the manga, it was kind of a little creepy to begin with, wasn't it? I mean, you know, Ito and Alita, I guess it kind of developed past that, but
it's also true for Shirin because in the anime, there's not really a mother-daughter relationship with Shirin and Alita, but there is kind of that relationship in the movie. So I think that's different as well.
Yeah. Well, Shirin in the anime did. I've seen the anime about 5 or 6 times, but didn't she help Alita kind of remove Hugo's head or something like, or did she do that by herself? I can't remember. I thought Shirin, because I remember when Alita killed, you know, Clive Lee, you know, of the White Hot Palm, Shirin, you know, she was kind of holding Hugo or something, and Shirin showed up, and then they cut to the next scene is where Hugo was, you know, in the cyborg body, I guess. So from what I remember, is that not right?
Yeah, that's correct. In the anime, Shirin also helps Alita save Hugo's head. But the difference is that Shirin is motivated by seeing like a hollow image of her and Ito in the anime. So it's more like she has still a soft spot for Ito, and she's helping Alita because she's so important to Ito. But definitely in the movie, Shirin has that issue with Alita having her daughter's body, her dead daughter's body, and then coming around to the idea that actually Alita is a lot like her dead daughter, and when she helps Hugo, it's more like she's accepting Alita as a daughter rather than just doing it because she has a soft spot for Ito.
Yeah. Well, I think in the movie it wasn't apparent in the movie, but I think in the movie she probably had a soft spot for Ito anyway, didn't she? I mean, because
she still cared about him a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but it wasn't like probably like Do Not Stand By said in the anime. It's probably a little deeper feeling, But yeah, but Shirin's not in the manga, so that's a big difference right there. Anybody else got any?
It made Alita's relationships with those characters again, which were like Shirin wasn't even in the manga, but it just gave her extra emotional things to bounce off of.
Yes. Any other observations about Alita's character before we move on to her relationship with Hugo? Which we can bring up again. It doesn't matter. It's a pretty open-ended discussion here. So well, we kind of touched on it already, but the relationship between Hugo or Yugo, I guess is what he was called in the anime, but or was that in the manga or both, I guess. But
I think it was in the manga.
Okay, yeah, in the manga. So anyway, same person. I guess, Hugo didn't really care about Alita as much. I mean, he probably thought she was a cute girl and stuff like that, but he didn't, he was so focused on getting to Zalem, that, Alita was just kind of like ancillary to him, I mean, it wasn't until the very end, I think, that he, kind of fell for her, I remember there was that one scene, I think it was in the manga or it could have been I can't remember if it was the anime or the manga, but he said it was a thought he had, he never realized how pretty her eyes were, and that was at the very end. Yeah. But it was one-sided, wasn't it? Her relationship with Hugo.
Seemed like it, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, he just, it's almost like he tolerated her. Although I would say in the anime, he did offer to take her up, to the top of this building, and they looked at Zalem, kind of like they did there in the movie, in the manga is a little bit different, I think, but I think in the movie, Alita and Hugo actually had I think it was probably an infatuation thing of a good some of it, but I think it did develop past that. I mean, I think it started out as just infatuation or something like that, or teenage, kind of a love type thing, and eventually they, maybe he did tell her he loved her, that kind of thing, and of course she told him that she loved him at the very end. It was almost like a reversal of roles there, wasn't it? But I think they both really did love each other, particularly after, she offered him her heart. That was a pretty powerful scene, when she took her heart out of her chest, So, but I think her relationship with Hugo is pretty different, between the movie and the anime and the manga. And I don't, what do you guys think is the difference between the anime and the manga? Is it all that different? I don't recall it being all that different. It's one-sided.
I think the anime and the manga were pretty similar in that regard. Didn't seem like it wasn't until the movie itself that the relationship altered a bit to be more mutual.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think she had it bad for him in the anime and in the manga. She definitely did, you know. So, you know, that speaks, you know, volumes about her still being human, you know, that kind of thing, I think. Well, let me kind of step one side here about her relationship with Figure 4. I could have added a slide here. Of course, Figure 4 is not in the movie and he's not in the anime, but he is in the manga. But their relationship is a lot different than her relationship with, you know, Hugo in any of these. You know, I mean, I would say that the movie might be a little closer to a degree, you know, because, you know, it was a mutual thing. But I think, especially with Alita, she was 18 years old or 19, maybe, you know, whereas in the manga, when she meets Figure 4, she's in her early 30s, you know, so she's, you know, she's more mature, you know, so, and Figure 4 is, he's older than Hugo, not a lot older. I think Hugo's is he like 20, 21 years old in the movie? Is that something like that?
Probably around there.
Yeah.
Alita's just pulling her heart out on the every Alita Battle Angel frame in order account.
So anyway, but they're, you know, maybe Hugo's an adult, but he's a very young adult, and so is Alita. You know, I mean, they're not that mature at this point. You know, I think Alita matures a lot during the movie, but I think she as a person is much more mature when she meets Figure 4 than she does, you know, when she was with Hugo. She's a lot,
Like this heart scene is almost her moving up a base, you know what I mean, in the relationship. Whereas when she eventually gets to Figure 4, she'll be like a proper, like, mature woman sort of thing.
Yeah, I think so, you know. Now in the anime and in the manga, you know, with Hugo, you know, to me, Hugo, I think he just, you know, he's got this waifu after him and he just doesn't recognize it. You know, he's so focused on Zalem / Teferis, you know, that he doesn't just about doesn't see her, you know. And it's kind of like that in the movie as well, except I think he comes around, you know. Now at the very end, he does try to go up to Zalem mainly because if he stays down in Iron City, you know, the Hunter Warriors are going to get him, you know. And he was going up there at that point, but I think his focus had changed quite a bit, you know, that he really
he was willing to do something in the movie that he wasn't, that the comic and anime version or manga and anime versions weren't willing to do, which was go back down with her. He was willing to give up Zalem for her.
That's right.
And the other two versions of Hugo wouldn't have done that. And they
didn't. Yeah, he kind of resisted, right? You know, where that, I guess the fence ring came down and chopped him up. He wasn't on the way down. He was just.
There were more than one ring in the manga and the video game because he already lost two of his legs in the manga from a first ring.
Yeah. And the same was true in the anime too. Didn't he lose both legs? Yeah. And then it wasn't until the second ring came down and got him, I guess. You know.
And in the movie, he was willing to give up Zalem and go right back down with her before the first ring came in.
Yeah.
Well, the only ring, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, and I think in that case too, if they had made it back down, probably with Alita in that berserker body and him in his cyborg body, no single hunter warrior would be able to take them down. And I think they would, getting out of Iron City might have been tough, but I think that would have.
I have a feeling that it might not have just been the Hunter Warriors that they would have had to worry about.
Yeah, they had to worry about the factory too, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think Nova wanted Hugo dead one way or the other.
Want him dead? Yeah.
I kind of get the feeling that Dusty Nova, if he's not rejected, he might have some things he otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I mean, how would he be up there if his child is a mutant? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Unless he, does something like Weapon X from the X-Men series where he's using him like Wolverine, where he's just an experimental killer or something.
Yeah. Well, I think it'd be a challenge to take them both down, especially with Alita. With now just him, I think they could take him down. But Alita, she turned those Centurions into junk heaps, by herself. So, I think that's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, I'm just saying Dusty Nova has more than just brute power. Yeah. He also has mental power as well, especially
that's right.
As what I think he does.
Yeah.
He's gotten Xavier on his side, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's kind of like Professor X in some ways, isn't he?
Well, not him. The other guy. The other guy is.
I'm not sure I know who that is.
I'm saying his son is like Xavier.
You mean Chaos?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, he got psychometry and all that stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, I'm just saying this is somewhat of a spoiler, but the guy basically has really great power over computers and technology. If you see far enough into the manga.
I know in the movie he can kind of ride people if they got telepresence chip in their heads. He can kind of do that and use them.
I'm just talking about, but the Chaos is even worse because he can just mentally disassemble metal objects and levitate it and control it around him like he's Magneto, essentially. Yeah. It's not even fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Chaos doesn't get enough credit, does he, for his power? I think you see him, when you first see him in the manga.
I'm just wondering if the Matrix movie's borrowed from the Ouroboros scenes where Chaos is just like reshaping everything inside the Ouroboros.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Matrix is a lot like the Ouroboros, isn't it? I mean, they probably got because the manga came out before. It came out before Matrix, didn't it? So, I can see.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, Chaos does like the same things as Neo does in the Matrix films. I mean, Chaos is blind; he mentally just makes robots explode. That's in the Matrix films.
Yeah. So anyway, I think we all agree, though, that there's a pretty big difference in Alita's relationship with Hugo in the anime and the manga is a lot different than it is in the movie. And of course, in terms of Figure 4, now that's definitely not in the, in the anime or in the movie, but it is in the manga. But I think you can see if you take a look at the movie, and you see how Alita matures just in the movie with her feelings toward Hugo. And when she meets Figure 4, she's in her early 30s. That maturity, kind of even increases after that, particularly after Figure 4, kind of gets her reconnected with her humanity. Because I don't think Hugo did not have as big an impact on her life, I don't think, at least just from the movie. Now, when the sequel comes out, we'll see how that plays. Because, I know in the manga, one of the reasons that she's in the motorball in the Champions League and in the second league for that matter, or the third league. They had 3 leagues, I guess. But, she played motorball to forget Hugo, I guess is what it was. And to kind of take out her anger, her frustrations. kind of had that impact on her, I guess. But with figure 4, his impact was more positive, I think. I mean, she never really loses figure 4, although I think she did say goodbye to him, but I mean, he doesn't die, you know. So I think figure 4 making or getting Alita in touch with humanity again, I think is a much more profound impact on Alita than Hugo was with them just falling in love, you know. And I also think that since she is more mature and falls in love with figure 4, I think that impact that figure 4 has on her is more profound. Anyway, I'm rambling, you guys. So what's your thoughts?
Well, I think their relationship was certainly more mature than Hugo and Alita's.
Yeah. I do know in the novelization, I remember reading in the novelization or hearing it actually, because I never really read the novelization. I just listened to the audio book, you know, driving cross country, that there would be times when Alita would be out all night, you know, and it was like Ito knew where she was, you know, she was at Hugo's, you know, but they don't go into any detail there, of course, you know, but you got to know that, you know, Hugo and rather figure 4 and Alita, you know, they were much more mature, you know, in how they were together, you know, and I guess I'll leave it at that. So anyway,
Are you talking about the movie?
I'm sorry?
You're talking about in the movie?
Yeah, not in the movie. I mean in the manga, you know, where where Alita meets figure 4 and she basically lives with him anywhere from, say, 3 to 6 weeks. I think the idea there was, you know, that, you know, they were living together, you know what I'm saying? You know, and they're adults. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Whereas with Hugo, I don't think it was like that.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
God, I'm so old. In the novelization, I think they hint at Hugo and Alita getting up to no good.
Yeah, they kind of alluded to it.
That's a big difference in the video game, is that, you know, she just gets dropped off at the farm where Ito is. That's it. She doesn't you don't really have anything about staying with figure 4 in the game. No implication of it. You just go to the farm where Ito is, and figure 4 heads off and just says, "Hey, if you ever, I'll always be around out here. If you ever want to," I don't know. I just felt kind of friend zoning to me the way it does, but it's a game.
So so they don't really have her.
Her off.
Well,
he just dropped Alita off, but he's open to the possibility of something in the future. But he just dropped her off at the place where Ito was, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a lot different than the manga.
Yeah, and then the movie, there's more of that kind of energy. I think Kashira is a little bit more reserved, whereas the heart-giving scene, it's kind of metaphorical in a way.
Yeah,
and you can just tell by the look in her eye that it's obviously quite a she's giving herself to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the way she sits, is obviously quite suggestive too, in a way. Like she goes up to him, like fixed eyes on him. It's very, it's quite sensual.
Yeah,
and those scenes and the kissing scene as well, they're just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. Well, her telling him too that she'd do whatever she had to for him. You know, I mean, that's pretty potent right there. So
of course,
yeah. So yeah, but I still think that is not quite as the word I'm looking for is not quite like, you know, her in figure 4. You know, I mean, that's I don't know. It's just my thought. I mean, yeah, it's pretty. You're right, Vladi. It's pretty. Well, she said, you know, that was intense, wasn't it? You know, when she put her heart back in her chest, you know, and he said, yeah, that was very intense. So yeah, it was, you know, but to me, it was almost still like teenagers. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it felt like to me. You know. Now she
Yeah,
was.
I mean, it was a whirlwind teen romance, and you can just see that in her eyes.
Yeah. Now it's not taking anything away, you know, from it. I mean, she's still, you know, like she said,
No, I
she'd
think
do
it's
whatever
great.
she had to. Yeah, I think so too. You know, but with
We
figure
need that
four,
sincerity back in films again.
yeah, we
They're
do.
often Hollywood's often afraid of having female characters act that way.
Yeah, that's right. And
They
of course,
need Alita back in cinemas again, Flatty.
What?
Come on. They need Alita in cinemas back again.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to see Alita on the stage, sort of. So anyway, yeah,
Rosa should she should add some lines in that aren't in the script. What's the word for that again? Improvisation.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
should
that's
randomly improvise. I'd give you my heart, guy with the massive nose.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It could be tough to get past that nose, wouldn't it? Oh, what else we got here? Oh, okay, we got another one from Chaos. I'm gonna put that in the public chat as well. There we go.
Yeah, I'll try to get that other one back on YouTube because I made a second channel where I just don't care if it gets copyrighted.
Yeah.
Radio Chaos is the name of the other channel.
Well, you'll just get that email from them that says you can't monetize it. That's all you'll get. So
right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And there, what, you got another one there, Chaos?
Just a note.
Oh, okay.
About
on Rumble.
how it works. I mean, it's gotten a little better on it as a second platform for me because they finally do playlists and they finally have premium subscriptions. So
okay.
Yeah, but it's behind the curve of what YouTube was like 5 years ago, basically. So
yeah,
that's the tough part.
Anyway, I think one of the things I did want to bring up here too is I remember seeing an interview with Rosa where the interviewer was asking her, you know, he had asked her something about her relationship with, you know, with Kean Johnson, you know, as Hugo and all that. Was she looking forward to something like that, love interest or something like that in the sequel? And she said, right out of her mouth, right away, she said, figure four. So she's read the manga, you know, and
more than Vladdy.
Ooh.
Poor old Vladdy. Vladdy, we love you. It doesn't matter.
I know, don't worry.
So anyway, yeah, it's going to be really great, and that whole thing with figure four is going to be in Alita 3. It's not going to be in Alita 2, bro. It may start at the end of Alita 2, you know, where he's on the train, you know. Anyway, I guess we hit this one good enough. What about her fighting style? I mean,
it's still Panzer Kunst, right? Pretty similar karate style stuff.
Yeah. I think in the manga, she, especially in the Zot, she's way OP, you know, in the Zot, you know, where she in the center panel there, she's that was that period. I think we had a little stream about how was she off the rails, and we all concluded that
that's when she was in the Badlands.
Yeah, yes, she was off the rails.
Tuned armor and stuff.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, you could see just the look on expression on her face. Oh yeah, she's off the rails right there, you know. I don't get the feeling that in the anime or in the movie she was ever off the rails. You know, I mean,
well, the circumstances of that happening haven't occurred yet either.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, in the manga, when she ended up in the Badlands and ended up losing herself in her bloodlust, it was because she'd lost everything.
Yeah.
She had her mind messed with by Tafaris. She didn't seem to have any kind of a future going forward. She had nothing really to her except fighting constantly.
Yeah. Well, Tafaris actually, they lied to her. They told her
that's what I mean. She was messed with by Tafaris. They completely screwed with her. and were turning her into a weapon. And because she'd become so isolated, lost human contact with people she cared about, she was losing herself to the violence.
Yeah, and until she met Figure 4, of course, and that kind of brought her back to Earth, I think. But
yeah, so it could still happen in the movie.
yeah, I think in all three of these, in the anime, the manga, and the movie, she certainly has a plasma weapon.
No, all right.
Yeah, I think you need to mute there, Chaos. If
He might be away.
yeah, I think he is. But anyway, yeah, she has that plasma weapon in all three, which is good,
Actually, does the tuned body have a plasma weapon in it?
I don't think the Toon body does, but I know the Imaginos body does.
I think the Imaginos body has whatever kind of weapon she wants to imagine.
Wants. Yeah, that's right. So she's particularly that Imaginos 2.1 body is that's the Creek's favorite body, for sure, because of its being so OP. Now that said, I think I do think that the Chaos, I'm going to mute you. We're kind of getting some background there. So anyway, I do think that Berserker body in the movie is aesthetically beautiful. I think, I think it's real. I mean, it's got a sense of power to it, and it's also nice. She's got a lot of uwu in that body for sure. It's not like the doll body. The doll body, I think, is a work of art for sure, and you can see all those little flowers and curly cues and stuff like that on it. Ito put a lot into it, but I think for me,
masterpiece.
Yes, it definitely was.
But I'm still waiting for the life-size doll body hand from Queen Studios.
Man, what took them so long?
It's freaking annoying. They've even finished the bloody full-size statue before they've got all the doll body hands out. But like, who can even afford the big statue? Nobody.
No, I'm not sure, Vladdy. Did we ever get evidence that they had a second or third statue, life-size statue of this first prototype?
Well, they're shipping the life-size doll body statue, so, and they had the bust. Those are the only life-size ones.
Yeah.
And of course, the hand, which I desperately need before World War III breaks out.
We're not going to have World War III. Hopefully.
Or in
Of course,
the
you say
UK.
that, creepy.
Hopefully, we won't. So anyway,
you probably got your spot booked in the vaults, haven't you?
Say again.
You've got your slot booked in the vaults, like in Fallout. That's why you don't want people to know that World War III is coming, literally, like in a few months.
I hope it doesn't.
Or you're just a mutant, and you'll, a mutant.
He's got.
Well, the mutants don't come along until after that all happens.
That's right.
Yeah, but he is like 500 years old already, so maybe he is a.
Well, I mean, I don't like Fallout 4 as much, but there are people who are mutated who made it along because of. It wasn't like born mutants. It was alien technology that made them that way in Fallout 4. So yeah, there are some mutants in Fallout 4 that survived that predated the super mutants from the virus.
But the mutants are like really stupid.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there are
They're
exceptions. They tried to find intelligent ones. I remember I was replaying it not too long ago, and you have to save one.
Well,
there's this scientist who thinks that he can civilize them.
Right. That Fallout 4 and Fallout 3. There's Fox who called himself that for Guy Fawkes, and he's locked up in the vault.
Guy Fawkes. That's.
Well,
that's a good,
you asked
movie.
him like, why is their name Fox? Why is the name Fox? Well, because I read books about Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, that's well, that movie too. That movie, was it V or something? What was it
V for
called?
Vendetta. Oh,
V
Yeah.
for Vendetta, yeah.
such a great
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, it was
As
a good movie.
timely as ever.
Hugo Weaving is good in any movie he's in.
Mhm.
Man, that guy's great. So anyway, bringing it back to Alita, I think her fighting style in all three of these are very similar. You know, the only edge I would give to one of them would be in the manga in Last Order when she has a Maginos body. That body is way OP, especially the Maginos 2.1 body and the 2.0 body. I mean, that much more powerful than the Berserker body, you know, which is when she fights Gruishka, I guess, in the anime, you know, with Ito, Clive Lee, and Shirin watching. You remember they were in that junkyard. She was in the Berserker body in that fight, I think. So where opposed to like when she fights Gruishka the first two times, she's in the doll body, you know. And it wasn't until the last fight when she, you know, it wasn't much of a fight really. It only lasted about 10 seconds, but you know, she was in the Berserker body. But as powerful as that Berserker body is, you know, that Imaginos body, whether it's 1.0, 2.0, 2.1, or in the game 1.5, I guess is what they call it. That would be the only edge I think it would have over the edge, or rather the edge over the anime and the movie. But the fighting style itself is the same. I mean, it's Panzerkunst. You know, I mean, it's so I would say they would be pretty similar. Anyway, any thoughts about that, guys?
No.
Oh, let me put Chaos's other. I'm going to put Chaos's YouTube channel in here just so in case anybody wants to go look at it.
She kicks ass in all of the versions.
Yeah,
That's
she
the main
does.
thing I care about.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, our girls.
At least in one of them, you're in control of her actual fighting, though.
Yeah. Well, our girl's pretty much an ass kicker, isn't she? She definitely is that. That's for sure. Okay, I think we hit that one good enough because it's the fighting style is pretty much the same. Now the next one.
Again,
is
they did such a great job adapting it.
Yes, they did a very good job adapting it. They sure did. As a matter
Didn't
of
get
fact,
nearly as much credit as it deserved for that. Great achievement, and critics were just like, "Oh, how silly that you need to look at the source material to judge a film."
that's
your freaking
right.
Job.
That exactly. That to me, that's ridiculous. Plus, Rosa trained for this. What'd she train 5 or 6 months? You know,
6
in
months
martial
around
arts? Yeah. And I remember an interview where they said, well, you want, you know, about something about her looking good or something like that. And she said, no, I don't want to look good. I want to be good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that right there, I said, man, that's our queen right there. You know, she's all right. So, you know, and I think that brought a lot to the movie too, you know, that she's able to do those moves, you know, that brought a whole lot to the movie. Well, I guess the next one here is for Angelus. Do all three have uwu? And I think this would
Yes.
be pretty. Yeah, they all three have uwu, that's for sure. And even that center panel right there, she looks like she's got a little bit of a teen tude going on there, doesn't she? But she still has uwu, even at that one, you know. But yeah, that she's cute. There's no doubt about it, you know. So, and I guess we don't need to go much further than that. Unless Angelus, you want to wax lyrical about her uwu. That's if you.
Well, whether it's Kishiro's drawing style, the animation, or whether FX's gorgeous rendition,
Yeah.
they all have their own
We
unique.
love
uwu.
those octopus lips.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, and that
really.
name as well. I wonder if I had that on my PC.
Well, she doesn't have octopus lips in the movie, does she?
No.
No.
Cameron made it very clear they were not going to do that.
Yeah.
That would look so weird.
Yeah, he had a good reason for not doing that, I
Yes.
think.
I guess the only time she even came close to having octopus lips is when she was kissing Hugo, I guess. So, but we didn't see that, did we? We didn't see that though.
No.
Oh, really?
Oh, here we go. All right, Angelus, what you got here, bud?
Yeah, this one. This.
Yeah, I remember that.
I caught her in the middle of saying ooh,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Most
She can
definitely.
sort of do it.
Yep.
But yeah.
Definitely has
octopus
octopus
lips.
lips. Yeah.
But yeah,
Well-
like I said, they all have their own unique.
Now, I would
ooh.
say one thing about the manga that's, you know, in the anime and in the movie, of course, it's only, you know, one show we get to see, and she has uwu in both of them, you know. In the manga during the Last Order, when she's in the Imaginos 2.0 body and 2.1 body, I think she's got uwu, but to me, she looks more, what's the word am I looking for? She looks more like an MMA fighter to me or something. You know what I'm saying? She had those high, those knee looking boots on, and you know, I mean, before she became you know, Cat Lita, I guess, you know, she still had uwu, but she looked tougher. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's the word I can. Yeah. Other than that, but still had uwu, you know, for sure. But I guess in the manga, she's got
More like a battle-hardened warrior.
yeah, you know, I mean, still cute, but battle hardened. That's right. So exactly. Whereas in the anime and in the movie, you know, she's just cute. Now she's still a warrior. You don't want to mess with her, but you know, in that way. But you know, you know, in the manga, you know, I guess it's I'm not sure I can find a picture pretty quick here. Let me see if I can just show that. Let's see here.
Found it.
See if I can find it here. What I'm talking about. Let's see. I'm still looking. That's not
In the
that
meantime.
one. Yeah, I can't find it. Well, maybe it's maybe Angel's got it.
That one?
Not that one. No, no, this is right. Yeah, but
This is a good one.
that is a good one. I do like that one for sure. You know.
Still got a little bit of uwu.
Ah, here we go. I found it.
She's trying to hide her uwu, but it's still there.
Yes, she is. Let me see if I can share the old. Come back over here and share the screen. Oh, come on, Gary. Okay. That one.
I want that one.
Oh yeah.
Well, she's still cute, you know, but I mean, to me, she looks, you know, she just looks, I don't know, just tougher. You know, she looks, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely somebody you don't want to mess with, you know, for sure. But
Hey, Vladdy,
Hmm?
you do crisps?
What?
I said, you do crisps?
Crisps? Are you doing a
Yeah.
Scottish accent?
potato chips is what he's saying.
Yeah, I know crisps.
Sort of. It's from a comedy called Little Britain.
Oh shit, yeah. I haven't seen that
You
in
do
years,
crisps?
man.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't
Oh,
remember
I mean, I
every
don't know,
little
but-
quote. Sorry, man. I failed as a Brit.
Yeah, there was that one British show I used to watch that had Judi Dench and God, I can't remember his name now. They were in a James Bond movie together, as a matter of fact.
Well, yeah, Judi Dench was
older movie, older show.
Was Q for, well, not Q, not Q. M for a couple of James Bond movies when
M
during Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig.
Yeah, but anyway, I guess the character, and I can't remember the name of the show now. Anyway, he was into custard tarts. So anyway, that's what he really liked. So, but yeah, you see, she's cute, for sure. But to me, she just looks like she's more burly or something. I don't know how to say it. I mean, she doesn't look as feminine to me in that. But even though she's
probably
so
partly
cute.
because the bulkier clothing.
Yeah, probably so.
And yeah, she does have a cat tail.
I love that tail. So anyway, we've gone there plenty of times. We don't need to go there again. Okay, so anyway, she does have uwu, doesn't she? Well, we can agree on that one. All right, which version do we like best? And we can include the game version too as well, if you want to. So what do you think, Lee? What's your
which version do I like best?
Yeah.
I'm probably by a very narrow margin over the manga version. I'm gonna have to go with the movie version.
Okay. What about you, Smendrick?
As I said in an earlier stream, I like all versions because I see her. I see it over all media. I see a development, and so I'm looking forward to see the sequels, the movie sequels, as soon as possible. Because I'm interested how she will be seen by humans, by real life humans in the next few years. And I'm not focused on the manga, of course, due to the widest range of details, but I'm not looking at the anime or the only one movie we have. I'm more interested in what or how will people see and treat her in the next few years.
So you don't really have a preference then, do you?
No, because for me it's Alita, or maybe Yoko or Umu or whatever.
Okay. Vladi, how about you? What version do you like the best?
I'd say I like movie version the best.
Okay.
Just because it has the extra spice of Rosa Salazar.
Yeah, that's a good point. And there's so many shots of Alita in that movie that you can see Rosa, can't you? I mean, especially the side shots, like when she's kissing Hugo.
But even just all her expressions are all just the same.
Yeah. That's a very good point. Very good point.
We keep on always missing out, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Breaking.
Yeah.
Missing out on what, sorry?
We keep on missing out.
Missing what?
What I'm about to share.
Sometimes I think I'm having a stroke. Suffering from
this will be on the news tomorrow. But this is another Paramount Theater event in Austin, Texas that I missed out on because the dates were off.
Yeah.
First of all, I missed out on his star presentation, and now this.
Yeah.
And if you want to read the rest of
What's
that,
that? What's
well,
Rodriguez doing there? I guess we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk about it
Yep.
tomorrow. Yeah. We don't want to steal Radio Chaos's thunder.
Well,
We
that's
don't do that.
disappointing.
Okay, so Vladi votes for the movie. What about you, Angelus? What's your favorite version of Alita?
I'd have to go with the movie on the basis that it was what sealed the deal. Like,
Yeah.
I watched the anime, like ages ago, multiple times too, mind you. And this was like before I was a sworn officer of the Alita Army sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then obviously I saw the movie and bought the manga.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like the movie was the bridge that sort of completed the whole trifecta.
Yeah.
Like how you got Cameron Landtown Rodriguez, you got manga, movie, and anime.
Yeah. What about you, Chaos? What's your favorite, or do you have a favorite version? You can do that.
I would say, I really like the video game because you're playing as her, understanding the techniques to play through the game.
Ah, okay.
I kind of recently found out you can do a leg sweep, and that would really help if I could play the game again. He's doing that.
You mean a leg sweep, kind of like Figure 4 tried to do to Alita in the manga?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't work out too well for him, though. Oh,
No.
boy. I really like that set of panels where she just beats the crap out of him. To me, is so funny. All right, well, I guess it's time for me to vote. And, I used to say that the manga version was my favorite because of the Imaginos 2.1 body, and I like that tail on Cat Lita. But I think Vladi just kind of influenced me when he said the movie version, you get to see so much of Rosa in that. So I got to go for the movie version, I guess, with the manga a very, very close second, I think, So anyway, I guess amongst the folks here on the panel, I guess the movie version is the best version. Second place is the video version of Alita. So, and then I guess the manga version is third, I guess. So, okay.
What do you mean, video game?
Yeah, the video game, Martian Memory.
Oh, I thought you said video.
Oh no, I say video. I thought I said video game, but
I may have just misheard.
Yeah, but anyway, that's all right. But yeah, that's a good point, Chaos. If you can play as Alita, that kind of makes you kind of internalize her a little bit too, don't you? On that, I guess you definitely want her to survive and do whatever she's going to do. Whereas when you're watching something passively or reading it, you don't really have a lot of control over it, do you? Or you don't have any control over it, actually. All right, guys. I guess that's pretty much it. Is there any other topics you guys want to talk about Alita?
No, Schmendrick. I don't know if you're going straight to bed. I'm probably going to try and get to a save point. I didn't quit the game that we were playing, the Cyberpunk detective game. So I'm going to carry on when this finishes.
Okay.
Oh,
Just for like 5 minutes until I get to. I think it's about to get to a save point. I just didn't want to quit and have to do that whole bit, which was like half an hour or longer.
Yeah.
All over again.
You can't pause the game?
I can pause it, and it's paused now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quit.
But you when you get to the save point, you definitely want to save it, though. That's right. So, yeah.
And here we came to an interesting point. Imagine we could have an Alita game with this graphic FX.
With more modern graphics, you mean?
It's yeah. this high developed, this current state of the art 3D graphics we have in video games.
We almost do. Just that bloody one by a PS5 to play it.
What, Stellar Blade? I think we can do better on
Yeah.
it, to be honest. Alita games should be much better than that.
Get out of here. No.
I got to get a PS5 because I want to play Stellar Blade myself. Golly.
Well,
Yeah, if we could have this as a game in there, it needs much time to develop it and
Boy,
make it yeah, the same high quality as the first movie is. We don't know.
We probably would have got that. Disney didn't buy Fox.
maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
I mean, the problem right now is that a lot of these major consoles aren't making new games the way they used to. I mean, I can't blame them. It's kind of, there's some appeal to making remakes of Metal Gear Solid or the other game series, but I don't know. There's a certain time where I feel more confident if someone made an indie game on Steam at this point than a major console. There's just a lot of remaking video games right now.
Remaking all the old games. And they're not even that old, are they? A lot of these remakes.
Well, Metal
Like
Gear
games
Solid,
from
that's
20
like the 2000s, so almost 20 years ago.
That's
Yeah,
pretty old.
it's
Aren't they remaking
old,
like
yeah.
The Last of Us 2 and stuff? I swear they're doing stuff like that.
I mean, wait, again? Because they already remade it for PS4
That's probably what I mean.
PS5.
and then PS5. Okay.
It'd be nice to have a modern Alita game, though. Boy, that would be great.
It's just a crime that we haven't got it. She's the perfect video game character.
Yeah.
And the game will be the game
Yeah.
like writes itself with all the cyborg technology and stuff. It's literally, I consider it like a war crime against humanity, what Disney have done by neglecting this franchise. It holds back our culture. It's like it's a spiritual assault on the collective consciousness of humanity. I think Bob Egan needs to be like on the dock for actual crimes.
You think maybe he should go to The Hague right now?
Yeah, Alita Army.
I think
I'll try
Vladdy
will
would
be
rather.
merciful, but he obviously deserves a lot of jail time.
I think he'd rather see. I think Vladdy would rather see him at the place that he would call the gallows.
No, I don't go that far. But I do think.
I don't want that.
You shouldn't even joke about that. But I do think the Alita Army does deserve like the Nobel Peace Prize for not sending any death threats.
Well, we're not made like that, so we'll.
No, that's what I'm saying. We deserve a Peace Prize, considering how much Alita was screwed by Disney and how much how great this franchise is and how much the whole media and everyone just like conspired against it. We're basically saints.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess there's no other topics then, unless you guys want to. Got anything else you want?
Yep. Don't forget to join us at Radio Chaos tomorrow, where I will
I got a slide coming up on that. So, did we miss anything, guys?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Anyway, as you can see from that center panel, that Alita does love her Uncle Creek. That's for sure. If you don't think that's a big deal, then you can take it up with her, and you can face that plasma weapon by yourself. And this is our queen right here. So anyway, yep, and the Creek gets to see her live on the stage. That's going to be really good. And of course, and certainly in the Creek's book, is in terms of being an actress, she's number one. Also, want to give shout outs to El Lamont and Jesse Fisher. They brought Screwhead to life, and we want Screwhead in the sequel. Team up with Alita when she takes on Josh Hagan, be on let Screwhead be on Alita's
Make sure you bring a defibrillator with you, so that way you can give it to Charlie. Because if
You think he's going to pass out, huh?
no, if Rosa, Elle, and Jesse Fisher are at the play, then I think
Oh, they're
you're
not
gonna
going to be.
faint.
Well, I think Elle maybe.
That would be great. Yeah.
I think she's still in Austin, Texas. Jesse Fisher, I'm not sure where she lives. You know.
Oh, she's probably in LA, so that's true.
Yeah, but I think Elle travels a lot too. So I'm not sure, you know, where any of these people are. I know Alita, shit. I know Rosa is in LA because
Yeah,
she's
same
going to be
thing.
doing that. She's going to be doing the play, you know. But I'm not sure about Elle and Jesse. They could be anywhere because they do travel a lot, I think. So. Okay, now tomorrow, I guess. Are you going to be the host tomorrow, Angelus, for Maxie's birthday party?
Oh, nice. I haven't watched the OVA since the last party.
Yeah. Now we're going to actually play this. I mean, we don't have to cue it up and all that kind of stuff. We're going to actually play it.
Well, that's
Because
good.
you can do it, you know, you can play this without getting yeeted, you know, because I know I've done
A
it on
watch
my
room,
stream.
or
Yeah, on this one, you can do that. You can do this on
Okay.
the OVA. Now it'll still get flagged as copyright, but I know I've played the OVA on this stream a couple of times, and I did get yeeted, you know. So we're going to actually watch it, you know, so you don't have to, you know, go 1, 2, 3, go. You know, you have to do that stuff, you know. So, but we'll definitely be playing it, and we'll also be talking over it, probably more than likely. So, and then of course, Maxie, this is going to be for his birthday. So,
all right.
yeah, it's going to be cool. Okay, guys. So anyway, just for folks to remind them that we are the Elite Army. We are the most positive fandom, you know, on the internet itself. We don't want to do any kind of negativity or anything like that. We definitely want to, you know, support Alita and Rosa, you know, passionately and positively. And yep, Disney, we are here to stay, and you know we're not going anywhere until we get that sequel. And even then, we're not going anywhere because we want Alita 3, and then the Creek's not going anywhere because he wants Alita 4, 5, and 6 as well. So you know,
You and Charlie should go to the Burbank Disney HQ when you're down there. Anyway, how far is it from the Playhouse?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look. You know, now it's can be kind of tough to get around down there, you know, but because I know when I'm going to just take Uber everywhere. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do. But I think Charlie's going to take the train down there, and then he's going to,
in LA.
Yeah. Well, they have light rail there, not light rail, public transportation. So,
yeah, I mean, I would expect it.
yeah. It's
I know a lot of those cities that have enough people in them are going to have plenty of public transportation.
Oh,
you
yeah.
research it before you go there.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, I'm
got to watch out for like the fentanyl zombies and stuff.
I don't think we'll run into any of that. But anyway, yeah, because I'm staying in the Marriott myself, which is kind of an upscale hotel, and I'm going to be taking Uber over to the Pasadena Playhouse.
Smart choice.
I'm not gonna really interact too much with some of those folks, but. You know, I mean, the last time I was there, it wasn't that bad. You know, I mean, it's like New York, I guess. You know, I mean, I've never had any issue at New York. I mean, particularly past the 80s. Now, back in the 80s, it was kind of rough in New York.
I mean, it's the way it is in most places. There's certain parts of town where it's concentrated.
You don't know
where that is.
Yeah. There in any big city, there's areas you don't want to get into. I mean, you get in big trouble, you know, doing that. But we're gonna stay away from that, you know. So we're there to see our queen, and we want to see her perform, and we are going to be just, you know, I mean, I'm going to be like, I'm going to be speechless. Is what I'm going to be. I'm going to be, if you can imagine me being speechless. I'm going to be like it. Just my mouth's going to be wide open, looking at Rosa playing her character, you know, in the play. So anyway, I just hope I'm not drooling when this happens. So anyway, but anyway, but I am really looking forward to seeing her on stage. That is going to be super golly. So that'd be really cool. And if we get the opportunity, we will see if we get selfies or stuff like that with her, you know. And if not, because I know I'm not going to push myself on anybody, you know. I mean, if she's busy and got to do stuff, yeah, if she's got to do stuff and go, you know, that's fine. I want to be respectful, you know, but it sure would be nice to at least say hi to Rosa and stuff like that, and then be gone. You know, that'd be okay with me. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess why is this image here? Well, that image is there because I like it, and I am the producer and the manager of this stream. And to paraphrase Gruwishka, I'm only here for our girl and the Alita Army. And of course, all of us in the Alita Army are only here for our girl. And that just leaves us one thing to do on my count of 3, and that would be the call to action. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Film sequels, baby. And we will see you next Friday on the Elite live stream. We'll see you tomorrow.
Come join me on Discord for an after party.
Ah, yeah, get on there and go to the on the after party.
Yeah.
That'd work. Cool. All right, guys, we'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Take care.
What's up, Alita Army? This is Hot Toys Alita, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Alita live stream. Please join my Uncle Creek, Angelus, and our other guests for next week's show. Remember, I do not stand by in the presence of evil, and film those sequels, baby. See you next time.